Dear friends, I asked you a question at the beginning. What do you think is the best test to make sure our action, our decision are correct or right? Is it our feeling, our heart to say, oh, this is good to do? And we go follow our heart and feeling? Not really. You know why? Because sometimes we are very passionate. Sometimes we are very angry. And we do something, and then later on, he will be terribly regretful that we hurt somebody by that anger, which didn't have any reason except our feeling and passion or anger. So that's not a good test. How about public opinion or majority's feeling, majority's understanding that, yes, this is what we do is right, or oh, no, this is bad, this is taboo. We should rely on that public opinion? Not really, because first of all, public opinion or the views of most people change over time and location. Second, that public opinion could be absolutely wrong very often. In past, in present time, in past, for thousands of years, we people on this planet Earth, we thought, oh, we are center of universe. We are just the best. Everything on this universe is just rotating around our sun and all the galaxies. It's absolutely wrong. Galileo, Copernicus came and they said this is wrong. So that's not reliable to say it wasn't right or wrong in any areas, whether science, technology, morality, else. That's not reliable. So what about laws? Of course, law is not based on passion, as Aristotle said. It's based on reason, right? And based on a lot of studies. You know that when an act comes to Parliament and passed to you, and you know it's a law, it is happening after years of deliberation by professionals and study and review again. Yes, that's something you can rely, which is not based on its particular group's decision. However, it's not practically usable. You can use for any action that you take. You don't have that time or facilities to check in every single act of parliament or legislation to find which one applies to your decision or action that you're doing now. So that's not a good test to use, not practical. What remains is reasoning, logic. That is what is inside you. By reason, you can find, by deeper thinking and reason, you can find that suppose what you do is harming others emotionally or financially or physically, and you understand it's unreasonable and wrong. So, in other words, you as a human, you have the faculty of thinking no other species has. And that is a blessing for us. By that we can say, without going anywhere else, to find what is wrong and right. The only question you may have here is that sometimes it's the feeling that gets us to do good thing. Suppose you're in front of you, you see a person is in fire, burning, and you, by reason, you may say, okay, It's not my business. Just walk away, very callous, and say, I'm not responsible. But your heart says, no, no, stop and do something. And even go take a risk and save him, right? But again, the reason is the one that works, not the passion. That passion is temporary. That passion is also, again, if it is the right passion, it's based on reason. Interesting point here is that if you look very carefully, all those things that are human and human values, such as caring for others, even sacrificing as a hero for them, has reason and not purely feeling. It's the reason, as Immanuel Kant says in his discussion in his philosophy of categorical imperative. In other words, those universal principles that you cannot deny are reasons. Again, in that same example of person in fire, and you have to stop and save him or try your best, is not some fully a passion. It's feeling. It's a reason that you say, well, what happens if I was in that situation and somebody passed by and didn't even pay attention and even stop a minute and let me just burn. That is, and then you would say, well, it's not working. We have to be passionate. We have to be caring for others. And there comes all those timeless human values, again, by reason, as Immanuel Kant says, by real thinking, that it will not work if I do not respect others, if I do not pay attention to my social responsibilities, if I not be truthful, if I not be trustworthy, if I not be reliable, if I not be faithful in what I promise. And these are not related to anything other than reason. They're all reasons. So finally, I'm trying to say that if we keep our essence as a human, we don't need anything with respect to right and wrong or bad and good. It comes all from us. It comes from what you have by birth, the faculty of thinking and reasoning, thinking reasonably, thinking logically, not thinking by only passion or emotion. I know that it's a little bit controversial. Some may say no, that the reason is not everything. But I wish to get your comments. That discussion may be very much exciting. Thank you again.